Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we're sitting down and we are talking about my top 10 purchases from 2022. These are the top 10 products that I purchased with my own hard-earned money that I am seriously obsessed with, you guys. Like, I am in love with these products and I highly recommend them to anyone who would possibly be wanting to try them out. So before we get started, if you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to hear about my top 10 purchases from 2022, let's go ahead and get started. I can't make this up that my voice still sounds like this. I know. Are you kidding me? It's been like this for almost 2 weeks at this point, and I have been sick for like a month at this point. But I am going back to the doctor tomorrow, so hopefully they can do something for me. I have no idea, but thank you for continuing to bear with me with my voice. This video is extra special though because it's in collaboration with Kelly from K-Bell Beauty. I have collaborated with Kelly multiple times before, so chances are you've heard me talk about her in the past. Kelly is the sweetest. She is a smaller content creator like myself, but she is based out of Texas. She is a teacher, she's a mom of 2, and I just feel like her and I have a lot in common. We have similar personalities, similar content styles. So if you like me, my personality, my content, you would definitely like Kelly as well in her videos. She also has a lot of really creative video ideas. I get a lot of my ideas from her, I feel like. So she's doing this type of video as well. So I'm really excited to see what she chose as her like best top 10 purchases from 2022, because I feel like she's very selective with her purchases and what she spends her money on. So you know, whatever she suggests is like her top 10, they're going to be good products. So I'm going to have Kelly's channel and her video linked down below. Thank you to her for asking me to collaborate with her. She's doing a whole week of collaborations on her channel this week. So definitely check her out. I will have everything linked down below for you to do so. She is the bomb and I really think you guys would enjoy her and her content. So I tried to use most of the products on my face while I was getting ready today so you can kind of see them in action on my face. So let's go ahead and start off with the first step that I do in my makeup, which is eyeshadow. This eyeshadow palette might be a little bit of a surprise to some of you guys, only because I don't really talk about it too much on my channel. I mentioned it a couple of times a few months ago, but I don't show it a ton of love on my channel. But I actually really love this palette and I'm so glad I bought it this year. And it's the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie No. 2 palette. I feel like this is a really underrated palette. Not a whole lot of people talk about it, and it is a really beautiful palette. Quality wise, color story wise, mattes perform very beautifully. They don't get too patchy on me. Some of these like darker shades do a little bit, but that's pretty typical for me and my eyelids. A lot of eyeshadows get patchy on me, and these shimmers are beautiful. And then these two are like extra special. They're extra super glimmery and shimmery and glittery, and they just make your eyes just kind of pop. I went ahead and put this shimmer all over my lid and then this one on top, and it's just so sparkly and impactful. And like I said, I don't see a lot of people talking about this particular palette from this brand, and I use it a lot in my everyday life, quote unquote, for work and stuff. It's just a good one. I'm really glad I purchased this. Maybe I should have started off with this product and gotten it out of the way, because you guys have heard me rave about it 1,000 times on my channel, but it's the NARS, why am I looking? This is their cream bronzer in the shade Laguna 01. This is the best cream bronzer I've ever tried in my life. It is the easiest to blend. It goes on so nicely. It's never too much. It's never too pigmented, overbearing. You can just tap it right in. It doesn't get patchy. It lasts all day long on my skin. It is absolutely the most beautiful cream bronzer I have ever used in my life. Can you see like the massive dip I have? Can you see that? This is like, I use this all of the time. Let me do a little swatch for you. I just want to show you how creamy it is. Can you tell from that swatch? Ooh, and this tone is absolutely perfect for me and my fair skin tone. Again, this is 01. They do have 3 other shades though, so if this is a little bit too light for you, but just look at this. It just blends in so effortlessly, and then also sets down really nicely with powder as well. So I'm able to just tap this on an unset face, set it down with powder, and then I'm good to go. It does have a scent though, I do want to warn you. It smells like tropical, like fruity almost, but it doesn't linger too long on the face. It just, if you are sensitive to scents, I did want to note that. But this is so good. I cannot sing the praises of this cream bronzer high enough. You guys have heard me, like I said, rave about it 1,000 times. It's so good. I'm looking down at the rest of the products I have to talk about, and not gonna lie, I have raved about most of these. If you are an avid watcher of my videos, these are not really going to be much of a shock. I'm going to be very repetitive of the products that I love because they are my top 10. I love them so much. Next up, we have the Bare Minerals Blonzer, specifically in the shade Kiss of Pink. They do have 3 shades of this blush in total, and I was lucky enough to receive all 3 of them in PR, but I had already purchased the Kiss of Pink before I got them in PR, so I ended up giving it away to my friend Courtney. She loves it as well. This is just the best pink blush. It is the blush that I have on my cheeks today. Pigmented, beautiful, lasts all day long, has a little bit of sheen and glow to it, which gives your cheeks just a little bit of life, and it just makes you look alive and just like glowy and healthy. It just blends in so nicely to the skin, and I swear this does not fade all day long. I can put this on at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and by 10 o'clock at night, it is still going strong. I do like the other 2 shades as well, Kiss of Copper and Kiss of Rose. However, I did not purchase them. And also I wear this one the most. I still get used out of the other ones. They're beautiful, but for me and my skin tone, this one works out the best for me. It is just the most beautiful, beautiful blush. Like truly, oh, so good. Then we have a lip liner that I picked up because all of the hype behind it. The Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude lip liner. I don't know what it is about this lip liner, but it is absolute perfection. The tone, the longevity of it, the formulation, just it goes with every single solitary lip look you could ever want to pair it with, or eye look, makeup look, whatever. For me and my skin tone, it really is one of the most perfect nude shades. It just glides on your lips super evenly and easily. It's not too glidey to where you don't have control, but it's not tuggy on your lips. It lasts a really, really long time. I just love this dang lip liner. You can tell that it is getting really, really tiny. I've used it up like a ton of times, and I've sharpened it a ton of times, and it's getting low, but I can definitely see myself completely using up this lip liner and then repurchasing it. It's just the best. I mean, truly, it's the best. It's like my favorite lip liner. Sticking with the theme of lips, next up we have a lipstick formulation that I love. I'm counting it as 1, even though I have 5, because that's how much I love this formulation. And it is the Milani Lip Fetish Matte Lipsticks. These are such good lipsticks. They are matte like it says, but they're not drying. They last a really, really long time. They almost stain your lips a little bit. Not really, because it's just a bullet lipstick, but just they last a really, really long time, and they're really easy to reapply. The first 3 that I started off with was Tease, as well as Secret, and then Blossom. And then 2 that I just recently purchased were Pleasure and Peony. Pleasure is what I have on my lips today with the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. And it's just the most perfect, like peachy, nudie sort of shade. I'm obsessed with these. Let me do some swatches. So here we have Blossom, then we have Pleasure, Peony, Tease, and Secret. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Emily, Pleasure and Tease look a lot alike, and Secret and Peony. No, Peony and Secret look a lot alike. And you are correct, but I don't even care. I just love this formulation so much that I just needed all of the shades, and they actually have more shades than this. And I'm like debating on if I want to go buy all of them. I also ended up getting my mom 4 of them as well for her birthday when they were having them on sale, and she's really been enjoying them too. So they're very affordable. I want to say they're like $9.99, and then I did end up getting 2 of them on sale for $6.99. Milani definitely goes on sale, so keep an eye out if you want to get them on sale, but I think $9.99 is a great price for the quality of this, the packaging, the shades that they offer, the longevity, everything about these. They're like one of my favorite lipstick formulations ever. Then we're back to another bronzer. I'm not gonna harp on this one too long because it's pretty brand new to me, and I've been talking about it a lot in recent videos, but it is the Gucci Luminous Bronzer. Just everything about this is beautiful. The packaging, the tone of this, I do have the shade 01. The way it applies, it just goes on so smoothly and nice. Doesn't get patchy, doesn't go overboard. It's really hard to go overboard with this. It's not insanely pigmented at first. You do have to build it up a little bit, which I like because then I can't go overboard with it, which I tend to do with bronzer, blush, and highlight. It lasts all day long. It doesn't fade. I do have this on my face today, but I applied it over the NARS bronzer, so you're seeing like both of them combined on my face. But I've used this in quite a few Get Ready With Me's here recently, so you've been able to see in action with me applying it. The Gucci emblem is almost gone because I've just been using it nonstop. It's expensive, but I love it. I actually do not have this highlight on my face because I wasn't planning on talking about it, but then I ended up replacing one of the products that I was going to talk about with this one because I just feel like I want to talk about this one more, and it is the Milani Baked Highlight in the shade Dolce Perla. So like I said, I don't have this highlight on today. I actually have on the new Rare Beauty highlight that just released. I ended up picking up the lightest shade, Enlighten, I believe. I used it for the first time today. Holy moly. Absolutely stunning. Blinding, stunning, beautiful. But we're not here to talk about the Rare Beauty one. We're here to talk about the Milani one, which is also stunning, blinding, and beautiful as well. I like this one because it's a little bit unique of a shade. In the pan, it looks gold, which it does shift gold a little bit, but it also has a little bit of champagne to it as well. That Blossom shade will stain, by the way, just to let you know, but still beautiful lipstick. But this has like, I don't know, like gold, champagne, a little bit of everything you'd want in a highlight. And because it's a baked formulation, it is just glowy on the cheeks without being too much. It's not too intense. You can build it up to where like they can see you from space, but if you just put a really light dusting and layer on it, it just gives you such an ethereal glow on your cheeks. They have 2 other shades as well in case this one's too light for you. The packaging's a little bulky. I wish it was a little more streamlined and less just like hunky chunky, but regardless, I love this highlight. I use it all the time, like truly all the time. I also don't have this blush on my cheeks right now because I had ended up using the Bare Minerals one and I didn't want to use 2 different blushes. The Bare Minerals one just went better with this eye look. But the Oden's Eye Soul Mane Sunlight Love Blusher in the shade Sunset Clouds, this snuck up on me. I bought this at the same time as the Soul Mane 2 eyeshadow palette, and I was expecting to like this blush, but I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do. First of all, the packaging, I don't know if you can tell, is just absolutely beautiful. That like imprint of the sun there is so pretty. It used to be on the blush as well, but if you can tell, I've just kind of used the heck out of it and it is really no longer there. It's really honestly the tone of this that I think is so beautiful. It's a really unique mauvey pinky sort of tone. I don't have a lot of blushes this color in my collection. I think that's why I love this one so much. Also, it's matte but not like flat and drying. It doesn't like look chalky on your cheeks, and it lasts a really long time, like a really long time on your cheeks, more than you would think a plain matte blush would last. I just wanted to mention this one because I feel like Oden's Eye gets a lot of recognition for their eyeshadows, which rightfully so. I mean, I only have the one palette from them, but it's absolutely stunning and beautiful quality. But don't sleep on their blushes because this one is just gorgeous. They also have quite a few other shades as well, and they have some that are more shimmery and glittery. Haven't tried those, don't know what they are like. I've only tried this shade, but this one is like one of my favorites. All right, I saved the most boring quote unquote products for the last 2 because they're just not as exciting, but I love them nonetheless. The second to last product I have to talk about is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. This is such a good brow gel in my opinion. I think it makes my brows just look super fluffy and big and bold, which I personally like that type of look. I will admit this doesn't have the best hold for a brow gel, so if you need something that's really gonna lock your brows into place, I definitely don't think this is the one for you. I just love how fluffy it makes my brows look, and I feel like it makes them look super natural, which is kind of what I'm going for. It's got a little bit of fibers on the brow spoolie, so it helps again make your brows look a little bit more natural and bushy. I also really like the size of the spoolie. I feel like it's really easy just to get every single brow hair. So this is so good. I want to say I have natural brown in this. I'll have a link down below. I'll have all of these linked down below, as well as the rest of my makeup in case you are curious. But if you are someone who likes a natural, fluffy, bushy brow, this is for you. And last but not least, we have the Laura Mercier. This is her Secret Brightening Powder for the under eyes. I have the shade number 1. This is definitely a brightening. If you need a brightening under eye powder, like this is the one, but it's not like too brightening. I have it on my under eyes today. It's not like it's super stark white, even though it kind of looks like that in the pan. What I love about this is I just really like how it sets my under eyes down. I have very finicky under eyes. They are very dry, crepey. They get very creasy with really no matter what concealer I use, but this just sets them down so nice and makes them look healthy and a little glowy, a little brightened, like I said, but not too bright. And it just doesn't dry them out and make them look worse, which is kind of what I'm going for. It's a little annoying that it's an extra step and it's an extra powder, and then I use like a different powder on the rest of my face. But this is so good that I will take the time to take that extra step. Some people don't love it. I've mentioned this a ton of times on my channel before. Some people say it makes their under eyes look really dry. That doesn't, it's like the opposite for me. So obviously take my review and all of my suggestions with a grain of salt, but this is just for me and my under eyes. top notch. Love it. And as you guys, that was my best purchases from 2022. All these products I bought with my own money and I just love them so stinking much. I wanted to tell you about them again. I forgot to say this earlier in the video, but if you are coming over from Kelly's channel to check me out, hello, thank you so much for doing so. I promise my voice is not always this tragic to listen to. I am just sick. I'm 6.5 months pregnant and sick, and they can't really give me a ton of medication right now. So I am just trying to chug along and get better. One of these days, my voice is going to be back to completely normal and I'm going to feel better. I don't know when that day is, but it's going to happen. Let me know down below in the comments what one of your top 10 purchases is from the year. What's like a couple makeup products that you are just vibing with and you are so happy you bought. You guys know I love hearing from you guys down below in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.